Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. So up to the last lecture we have created the activities WBS and given the relationships. So as I told you earlier that the durations that we give in the P6 that are stored in the number of hours, not in the number of days. And the number of hours, how the P6 will know what are the number of hours in a day. So we have to define the number of hours in a calendar. So what is a calendar? So today we are going to learn about the calendars in the P6. So when we talk about planning, setting out a calendar in P6 is of utmost importance. Number of working days in a week, number of working hours in a day, public holidays and other holidays are defined in a P6 calendar. So what we need to define in a calendar: number of working days in a week, number of working hours in a day, start time of the day, end time of the day, public holidays, any other holidays, number of hours in a week, month and year. So we have to define each time aspect that we are going to use in our calendar. So then the Primavera, what will do that it will distribute our number of days based on those number of hours that we defined in a calendar. So in the calendar we will define the number of hours in a day, what are the working hours, when we will take the breaks, what will be the start time of the day, what will be the end time of the day. So during the course of the project, which public holidays will take place, we will define those holidays. Any other holidays we will define, and number of working hours in a day, week and month and year we will define in the calendar. So whatever the durations we will give in the P6, so those durations will be converted into number of hours and then will be distributed upon our activities and the start and finish date of the activities will be derived from those calculations. So there are three types of calendars in the P6. One is the global calendar, one is the resource calendar, and then one is project calendar. Now what is a global calendar? So when we don't define any calendar, when we haven't defined any calendar in the project, then the project will use the global calendar. That calendar can be used across different projects at the same time. So that is called a global calendar. If any specific predefined calendar is not defined for any project, then P6 will choose from predefined global calendars. These calendars can be assigned to different projects at the same time. Then there is a resource calendar. If we want any specific resource, maybe that resource is used 4 hours a day, maybe we are not using 8 hours a day, then we can define a separate calendar for that resource only. So that type of calendar is called the resource calendar, because in any activity, for example the activity is taking 8 hours per day, so it will take usually our predefined calendar in which we have defined 8 hours working hours in a day. But some of the resources, for example there is some machinery resource or some any other resource, so we want to utilize half of the day, then we can define the number of working hours in that calendar, half of what we have defined in our other calendar. So then we can assign that resource that specific calendar. So then it will perform its calculation based on number of working hours that we have defined in the resource calendar. Then there is a project calendar. Usually we define a separate calendar for each unique project. This calendar can be assigned to only one project at a time. So what we will do today that we will create a project calendar. So what we will do that we will create a calendar that will comprise of 6 working days in a week and 10 hours working hours in a day. So time will start 7 AM in the morning and it will finish on 6 PM in the evening, and then there will be a lunch break from 1 PM to 2 PM. Okay, so in this way we will define a project calendar, and we will give the public holidays. Like if you are working in some European countries, then we will give some Christmas holidays, and if you are working in a Gulf countries, then Eid holidays, any other national holidays. So we want to include those holidays in our calendar. So let's start building our calendar. So we will go here, enterprise, and click calendars. So here you can see that we have global calendar, resource calendar, and project calendar. So there are some predefined global calendars like I have created for my projects. Some of the standard 5-day work week calendar is there, so that has been ticked here. So now our P6 is using this calendar. So whatever the project now we have created and we have created the activities, so it is using 5-day work week. But we will prepare our separate own calendar for the project. So there no source calendar has been defined yet, and also there is no project calendar has been defined yet. So what we will do that we will click project to create a new calendar. We will click here add button. So then what it is saying that choose select calendar to copy from. First we have to choose one calendar to copy and then we will modify it. So we will select this standard 5-day work week and we will give here name. So as we have given our project simple construction project, so we will give here name also, simple calendar. So then we will go here. There are some tabs, add, delete, modify, used by, to, global. So we will make here, we select this option modify. Okay. Then you can see that this type of window will open. Total work hours per day, detailed work hours per day. So here total number of working hours. So this gray cells, these are representing the non-work days. So non-work days are defined by the gray color and the white color by the standard working hours day. So if you click any of these days, you can see that working hours per day is shown as 8 work hours per day. Similarly here, everywhere. So this is a week, whole week, Monday, Tuesday. So Sunday and Saturday has been defined as the non-work days. But we want this to be considered as the work days. So we want the Sunday to be holiday. So what we will do that, first we need to define the number of hours. So what we will do that, we will go here, work week. So Sunday is 0, Monday 8. So we will make here 10. Sunday 0, okay, number of hours 0. So 10, and Saturday also 10, and click OK. So now you see here that the number of hours has been changed to 10 hours per day. So now we will go to, so this Saturday has been converted into work day, okay, working day. So now what we need to do that, we'll go here time periods. So work hours per day, we have 10 hours per week. We are working 6 days a week. So 10 multiplied by 6, 60. And then we are working 26 days per week. So 26 multiplied by 10, 260. And then there are 300 and so there are 12 months. So 12 multiplied by 260. So what will come here? So we will calculate. So 12 multiplied by 260. 3120. So in this way, we have to define the number of working hours in a day, in a week, in a month, and in a year, whole year. So what is the next? So the next thing is we need to define the number of working hours, complete detailed number of working hours. So you have to select, click here, detail work hours per day. Detail work hour per day. So our time is starting at 7. So this is half hour is shown and half hour is shown here. So that's okay. 7 a.m. 1 hour, then 7, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we will do that we will keep here break from 1 to 2 p.m. Okay. So we will make. You can click this one and make non-work. So these hours are made here. If you want to make this, any of this, you want to start your work at 6 a.m., then you can select this and make as work. So this will be a working hour. We don't want to make a working hour, so we will click here non-work. Okay. So then we can calculate the number of hours. Our number of hours are 10 working hours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 here. We will make work hour. So up to 5. We are starting work from 7 a.m. and we are closing at 5 p.m. So we will click here. Okay, this one has been changed. So we need to click here. We need to click here and non-work and this one as the work. Also, we need to make this one. So for each week we have to define separately. So our break is starting at 13 and we are going up to 17. Okay. So we will make here non-work and we will make this one as the work. Similarly this one non-work and this one as the work. Similarly this one as the non-work and this one as the work. So Saturday non-work, work. You can press the shift key from your keyboard and select all these weeks and make it non-work and make here work. So all this has been changed. So this one and press the shift key from your keyboard and select all of these. Non-work and this one work. So we will convert all of these. Our project is comprising of 1 year. So we are starting from May 2020 to up to June 2021. We will, or maybe later on we will go for the time extension claim. So up to August or September we will define our calendar like this. So similarly this month of October, then November. So what we are doing that we are changing each month individually. Then December, sorry, this one we made non-work and this one is work. Then January, work. Then February, this one non-work, this one work. Then March, non-work, this one work. Then April, this one non-work and this one work. Then May, non-work and this one work. So up to May I have changed, so I will ask all of you guys to just to change up to August or September. So now if we want to define any public holidays, we can define here. For example, in our area like Eid is coming on maybe, or in Pakistan our national holiday is 14th of August. So just we can click 14th of August and make here non-work. Okay. Similarly, the Eid maybe will come on May 24 or 25th. So May 24 is already holiday, so maybe 25th and 26th we will make non-work. And if you want to make it the work, then you can click here and it will convert it to work day. If you want to make a non-work day, you can click this one. So then you can select any of the day and convert it into public holiday. Depending upon in which country you are working, you can change your number of working days into non-working days. So this way we have defined our calendar. So press OK. Simple calendar has been defined and closed. Now if you want to see that if the calendar has been assigned here or not, then right click and go to columns. So you can see here that this planned duration, original duration, start and finish columns are shown here. So you can, available options are here, so you can open any of more columns. For example, if you want to open the calendar column, then you can go to general and double click calendar, so it will be shown here in the column. If you want to shift it down, you can use these arrow keys to move it down. Then you can click apply and OK. But as you can see that still this calendar has not been assigned. Still the activities are using standard 5-day work week. Okay, let's schedule it and see. So still it is using the same calendar. So what you can do that, you can select one activity and click select. When you will double click this one, so it is showing global calendars. So you can click here, single click and show, and click project calendars. So sample calendar that we have created, double click it, and now the activity is using this simple calendar. So what you can do that, you can click this cell and then you can go to the last cell and press shift key. You can select this cell and then you can go to last cell and click this one and keep pressing the shift key, and then right click here and select fill down and schedule it. So now all of our activities are using this simple calendar. Then there is another one option that you need to select. You will go here, projects, and you will click on your project, simple construction project, and then you will go to its defaults. So here a standard 5-day work week calendar is showing. So you have to select here this calendar, our simple calendar that we have created for this project. So double click it. So now this project is working on this simple calendar. Then again you can go to the activities and press the schedule button. So it is already found here. Similarly, if you want any, it is always better to use one project calendar for all the project, because later on if you will use any other project calendar for any intermediate activity, what will happen then when you will give the relationship, if you have defined a separate number of working hours in the second calendar, so what will happen that if you have finished your one activity at maybe 5 p.m. and the next successor activity, its calendar is going up to 6 p.m. so what will happen that 1 hour will be left. Okay, so next activity will start on from 6 p.m. So that is the difficulty in using the multiple calendars on different activities. So it is always better to use one calendar for all activities. But you can also use two calendars. For example, this procurement activities you can use two calendars, because the procurement it will not take any holidays, so it will keep on going for 7 days. So you can use the 7 days calendar for the procurement activities. So in this way you can create a calendar and assign to your project. Then there is another option, that the time settings. So you have created this project, so you need to go here to dates. So you have to define here the time, start time of the activity and the finish time of your start time of the project. Mostly people will not follow these steps, they will just only give here the plain start date of the project, but you have to, by the default it will be using maybe 12 a.m. So what will happen that your activity will start 12 a.m. and if it's finished one day, it will finish on next day 12 p.m. So on the P6 it will show 2 days duration, but the number of working hours will be 10. 5 hours it will use on this day and 5 hours in the next day, because as I have told you that P6 doesn't recognize the number of days, it only recognizes the number of hours. So now whatever the number of days we give to P6, which we input it will convert into number of hours. So what we need to do that, we need to select this our project and go to dates, and then go to edit and user preferences, and then you need to go here dates, and here the option is selected that do not show time, but we want to show the time. So you use this AM and PM format. So click this 12-hour format and close it. Now as you see that the activity the project is starting on 12 a.m. No, it must start on 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Okay, and it finish on 5 p.m. Sorry, not 5 p.m. 6 p.m. Select here 6 p.m. And press the schedule button. Also here 7 a.m. has been selected. So this way you can set your calendar. So you have to define the dates and the start time also in your settings for the project. You can go here and change the times here. So in the next lecture we will see how to create the layouts. For example, this beautiful, this bars and the colors and everything, Gantt chart you are seeing here. So we will see how to create a perfect layout, how to print your schedule, and how to import and export the files. Thank you very much.